Alright guys, what's been my catchphrase with these Mafia videos, say it with me, Mafia Definitive Edition is a great game. We know it, right? But today I want to talk about extra stuff, and I found this really interesting because I was reading the comments on my fun things to do in Mafia free ride mode video, and you know what? A lot of you guys are really hoping for some kind of DLC, some kind of update where Hangar 13 and 2K Games will add something to do in terms of either activities or locations or interiors to the main game, or through DLC or update or whatever it may be. You guys want them to add something. You don't think this is as is, right? So I just want to talk about that because that's a really juicy topic. So let's dive into that because, again, I'm having so much fun with this game. The story's incredible, but if it had a great free ride mode, dude, you're talking about a Game of the Year candidate here. Alright, let's get the inevitable out of the way first. Everything from patches to glitches to bugs and performance fixes, that type of stuff is inevitable. It's going to happen. So that's not the type of update that I really want to talk about because that's kind of boring and we kind of know that that's going to happen. It's inevitable. Honestly, obviously they're going to try and patch up any bugs or anything that is there. And of course, people point to especially Mafia 3, oh my god, there's 3-4-year-old bugs in that game that still haven't been fixed. But you know what? For the sake of argument, Hangar 13 is going to go and fix as many bugs and glitches and stuff as much as they can. However, what I would say is, don't have your hopes up too high for updates to free ride. And what I mean by this is things like new activities, mini games, updated interiors. I know how stupid it is. I mean, think of those missions for example, where you go in the Corleone Hotel or the church, right? These are fully developed interiors in missions that you just simply cannot access in free ride. And in the snap of a finger, Hangar 13 could just make those interiors enterable in free ride, and that would honestly make a big difference, right? But I don't think they're going to do it, truthfully. But I mean, even just being able to, wander around in the Corleone Hotel, which was huge and beautiful, that would be awesome. But yeah, things like adding gang members that you can fight on the street, like enemies and stuff, and mini games, or even being able to ride the tram like you could in the original Mafia. This is stuff that I think they're done with the base game, especially the free ride mode. I don't see them going in and adding this stuff, just to please the vocal minority here. I really don't. I would love to be wrong, and I hope, in maybe a month or two time, we can come back and maybe we can look at me and say, what a moron type of thing. I would love that, but I just don't see it coming. Not to the base game, the free ride itself. But, however, what I do see is DLC. Yeah, I definitely see it. I mean, especially since this game doesn't have an online multiplayer, so they can't push the microtransactions down your throat like they can with, say, GTA Online or even Red Dead Online for that matter. I do think that DLC is a very viable route for this game, especially since Mafia Definitive Edition has been getting really favorable reviews and a lot of fanfare. People are loving the main story in the game, right? So because everybody loves the storyline, that would be an easy way for Hangar 13 and 2K Games to make some more money, would be if they make more missions. I mean, a lot of us would drool over the opportunity to continue playing with different characters or something with the same type of Mafia story under the name Mafia Definitive Edition. So a DLC story thing like we had, for example, in Mafia 3, I think that would be so awesome. And yeah, speaking of Mafia 3's DLC, if they did do this, maybe they could give us some new locations like they did in the Mafia 3 DLCs, right? So that's where maybe they could expand in the free ride, because it would be a win-win. Because for them, I mean, we'd be giving them more money, right, for the same game. And then for us, we would have a whole new, maybe expanded location for free ride, right? Maybe some islands or something, or maybe there's an airplane type thing, new vehicles like that, right? We would happily give them extra money for that on DLC, especially if it came with some missions. So imagine there's a whole new location I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say like it's going to be like a New York City. Like they can't do that. That's like too big and broad. But just a new, different location where maybe you have access to airplanes and there's new mini games. And then there they could maybe put some enemies that you would see in the story of the DLC. They can put them on the streets and you can fight them on the streets. That would be Hangar 13's opportunity to give us the free ride mode that we want, would be in a DLC, and we'd pay extra for it. So it would be almost like a win-win. I think that would be awesome. I mean, the type of stuff that's been teased with like the boat glitch where like the ability to drive a boat is in the game, it's just not used, right? Or even like the airplanes at the airport. Like this is stuff that it wouldn't be very hard for them to implement into the game, but would make us so much happier with the free ride mode, right? And then it would just be some awesome DLC. And like, not many games these days go out and have just a kick-ass DLC. I mean, most games, it's microtransactions, it's kind of half-assed, it's not really great. So a game with just some awesome DLC, like Undead Nightmare type, maybe not that much, but that's a bit of an exaggeration, but like that type of thing where it's like a great DLC that's single player and expands on the game in a great way. I mean, us gamers have been starving for that. That would be dope, man. I would love that. But yeah, whether it's like small towns, expanded countryside with like more activities and stuff to see in the countryside, maybe some extra like islands that you can use a boat to get to, stuff like this, that would just be awesome to see, right? And yeah, it would be an awesome opportunity for the developers to maybe bring back some fan favorite characters once again. Like we know they like to do that. And also just give us another awesome story, right? I mean, because Hangar 13 has no problems in that department. They can just give us amazing stories and we'll eat it up. And honestly, like, I mean, I could talk about this for hours. I mean, I get so excited at the possibility, the prospect of having an amazing single-player DLC with this type of stuff in it. It just makes me really excited, and I'm sure it does for you guys too. But that'll do it for this one, guys. I have a really interesting question for you guys today, and I might make a whole another video on it. What are your ideas for a great DLC for Mafia Definitive Edition? And if I get some great story ideas and some great DLC ideas, I might make a video compiling your guys' great DLC ideas for this game, kind of like I do with Saints Row 5 with the like your wish list stuff. I might do that here with this game because honestly this would be so exciting, and I'm sure you guys have some great ideas. So let me know what you guys think of those down below. If it's your first time here, make sure you subscribe to this channel and like this video, hit that notification bell if you want to see more Mafia content. I'm also going to make some more content with more open world games like Watch Dogs Legion, Cyberpunk 2077, and more stuff like that. So make sure you subscribe for that. And yeah, I think that's it. I'll see you guys next time.